Hey, what's up you guys? It's Dorothy and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Comment down below what you want to see in the future. Click that subscribe button wherever it may be, and don't forget to turn on my post notifications. That way you get notified every single time we go into the next chapter of whatever book we are on. Today we are going to go into chapter 29 of Good Girl Bad Blood by Holly Jackson. Oh, it is getting so good, and I can't wait for us to figure out what happened to Jamie. Is he alive? Is he okay? Like, what's going on? So let's get right into it and figure this out together. This video may contain sensitive topics and foul language. If you do not wish to continue, please click off of the video now. You have been warned. Chapter 29. That scream never left her. Pip could feel it there, sinking around beneath her skin, feel it simmering as she walked into history class 18 minutes late, and Mr. Clark said, "Ah, Pip, what time do you call this? Do you think your time is more valuable than mine?" And she replied, "No, sir. Sorry, sir," quietly, when really all she wanted to do was let this scream out, tell him that yes, it probably was. She'd taken her place next to Connor at the back of the room, her grip tightening on her pen until it snapped, pieces of plastic scattering between her fingers. The lunch bell rang and they followed it out of the room. She and Connor had heard about the verdict from Cara because Robbie had texted her, worrying when he hadn't heard back from Pip. "I'm sorry," was all Connor said as they headed toward the cafeteria. That's all he could say, and Pip could say too. But there was no amount of sorries that could ever fix this. They found the others at their usual table, and Pip slotted in between Cara, squeezing her hand once and greeting. "Have you told Naomi?" Pip asked her. Cara nodded. "She's devastated. Can't believe it." "Yeah, that sucks," Aunt said loudly cutting in as he tore into his second sandwich. Pip turned to him. "And where were you yesterday during the search party?" Aunt rearranged his eyebrows, looking affronted as he swallowed. "It was Wednesday. I was at soccer," he said, not even looking at Connor. "Lauren?" Pip said. "What? My mom made me stay to study for French." Her voice was high and defensive. "I didn't realize you expected us all to be there." "Your best friend's brother is missing," Pip said, and she felt Connor tensing beside her. "Yeah, I get that." Aunt flashed a quick smile at Connor. "And I'm sorry, but I don't think Lauren or I are going to change that." Pip wanted to carry on picking at them, keep feeding the scream under her skin, but she was distracted by someone behind Aunt, her eyes pulling her up. Tom Norwalk, loudly laughing at a table with his friends. Either Tom or Nat had to be lying about the night Jamie went missing, and now Pip knew in her gut which one of them it was. "Excuse me," Pip said, though she was already gone, skirting around the table, across the loud chaos of the cafeteria. "Tom," she said, and then again louder than the boys, gurgling. Tom put down his open bottle of Coke, twisting to look up at her. Pip noticed some of his friends on the opposite bench whispering and elbowing each other. "Hey, what's up?" he said, his cheeks tinted with a laid-back smile, and Pip's rage flattered out of sight. "You lied to me, didn't you?" she said. But it wasn't a question, and she didn't wait for an answer. "At least you surrendered the fake smile now. You didn't see Jamie Reynolds on Friday night. I doubt you were anywhere near Cross Lane. You said that street because it was near the site of the Calamity Party, and the rest was my fault. I accidentally led the witness. You saw my reaction to the road name, to the color of the front door, and you used those to manipulate me, made me believe in a narrative that never happened." People were watching from nearby tables, a wave of half-turned heads and prickle of unseen eyes. "Jamie didn't go to Nat De Silva's house that night, and you were never a witness. You're a liar." Her lip curled up, baring her teeth at him. "Well done. Good job, Tom. You just got yourself on the podcast. What were you hoping to achieve with that?" Tom stuttered, raising his finger as he scrambled for words. "Internet fame, is that it?" Pip spat. "You got a SoundCloud you want to promote or something? What the fuck is wrong with you? Someone is missing. Jamie's life is at stake, and you decided to waste my time?" "I didn't. You're pathetic," she said. "And guess what? You already signed the consent form for me to use your name and likeliness, so this will also be going to the podcast. Good luck being universally hated by the entire internet." "No, you're not allowed to," Tom began, but the rage took hold of Pip's hand, guiding it as she searched over to snatch Tom's open bottle of Coke, and without a second thought, without even a first thought, Pip upturned the bottle over his head. A cascade of fizzling brown liquid fell over Tom, soaking into his hair and over his face, eyes screwed shut against it. There were gasps around the room. titters of laughter, but it was a few seconds before Tom himself could react through the shock. "You bitch!" He stood up, hands to his eyes to clear them. "Don't fucking cross me again," Pip said, dropping the empty bottle at Tom's feet with a clatter that echoed around the now almost quiet room. She walked away, flicking droplets of coke from her hand, 100 eyes following her as she went, but none of them, not any of them, would meet hers. Kara was waiting for her by the usual spot at the double doors near the English classroom, the second to last class of the day, but as Pip crossed the hall toward her, she noticed something, a quieting of voices as she passed, people gathering to talk behind their hands, looking her way. Well, they couldn't all have been in the cafeteria at lunch, and anyway, Pip didn't care what they thought. Tom Newlack was the one who should have been walking through whispers, not her. "Hey," she said, arriving at Kara's side. "Hey, but Kara was acting strangely too, scrunching her mouth in that way she did when something was wrong. Have you seen it yet?" "Seen what?" "The Wired article? The Wired Rip article?" Kara glanced down at her phone in her hand. "Someone linked to it on Facebook. Event you made for Jamie." "No," Pip said. "Why? What does it say?" It..." Kara trailed off. She looked down, thumbs tapping away at her phone, and then she held it out for her open hand, offering it to Pip. "I just think you should read it." WiredUp.com. News, quizzes, TV and movies, videos, what's hot, more. Season 2 of the Good Girl's Guide to Murder podcast may not be all it seems. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder may be an explosive return to our ears this week, with the first episode of the new mystery released on Tuesday. Jamie Reynolds, 24, has gone missing from host Pip Fitz and Bowie's hometown. The police won't look for him, so Pip stepped up to the plate, uploading episodes during the course of her investigation. But is there a real reason the police aren't looking for Jamie? A source close to Pip has told us exclusively that this entire season of the podcast is in fact a setup. Jamie Reynolds is the older brother of one of Pip's closest friends, and our source says that Jamie's disappearance has been plotted by the three of them to create a thrilling new season for the podcast and capitalize on the popularity of the first. Jamie's insensitive in playing along with his own disappearance is financially motivated, with Pip promising the brothers a large payout once the season airs, and she has secured new major sponsorship deals. So what do you think? Is Jamie Reynolds even missing at all? Are we being duped by the teen queen of true crime? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. That is the end of chapter 29. I will see you guys in the next video for chapter 30. Bye!